Well, when I was first diagnosed, the first thing that happens is they do the mammogram, and you have to come back, and so then they tell you whether they think it's cancerous or not. That's just such a feeling of uncertainty, of what does it mean? Whew, what doesn't it mean? It's a scary time. And then, you still don't know. You still don't know because you go in for the surgery and you don't know. Do they, you have an idea of the lump and so forth, but you don't really know how extensive it is. Are your lymph nodes involved? And so here again, it's like, wow, do you wake up and have a full mastectomy? Do you have a lumpectomy? And so at every place is just such a sense of uncertainty, of helplessness, fear, just plain fear. I think after the surgery, that was the time that kind of helped me more to put it in perspective. You have a better idea how extensive or not extensive it is, and better idea of the chemo and radiation and so forth. So I think it was at that time that my tremendous surgeon said to me, this is what it is, and it's this big, and your chemo, your radiation, we're talking about 6 months of your life. So that's the time that you kind of first start getting a little containment on this fear, and you're thinking, 6 months, oh, I'm going to be around for 6 months, and it's doable, and yeah, 6 months. I could maybe do 6 months. My life has changed in I guess, in interesting ways. While I think I'm much more aware of fragility, I think I'm much more aware of my strength. I think of mine and the strength of relationships, of family, and my own involvement in how I cope with things, how I confront things. But I think the preciousness of life, of maybe the non-important things go by the wayside, and the more awareness of what's really important. I think a newly diagnosed person, I'd like them to know that the beginning is the most scary part for me. Anyway, not knowing the uncertainty of what it means, what it doesn't mean, what you'll go through, what might those losses be, is there a foreshortened future? But I think you have to get in there. You have to get in there, you have to get information, you have to kind of, get that tiger by the tail and find out about it. Find out for yourself, find out what it means, what it doesn't mean, do things for yourself, and really try to calm that sense of helplessness and more of that partnership, and definitely you can do it. I just think, the kinds of things that make a difference. I think I want people to know the kind of things that make a difference. For me, I think after my devastation, having my physician, my surgeon, helped me contain it, helped me understand the meaning, my own search of the medication I was taking, and the kind of cancer I had, and so forth. And also things like, I have an incredible family, and I think that being able, my husband and I, he shaved his head with me, and we did that together. My daughter made me a CD of songs that are they're energizing. They weren't relaxation songs, but they were like survivor songs, and it was like, gave you energy. And then I did things of my own. And as a psychologist, I'm more aware of things like relaxation, and so I made my own tapes. I made tapes for me of healing. I made tapes of myself, of trusting the folks that were on this team with me, And I did it. I did my relaxation. I did things that were good for me as well as found out. And I think the strength of all of that, of not feeling that you're facing it alone and believing that you're going to get through this. For me also, it was important to see folks around me. My mother had had breast cancer. My sister-in-law had breast cancers. They were all both very different than mine. But yet, you know, they were before me. And I knew that, you know, I can do this too.